welcome to another episode of Relationship.
You ship it, I ship it.
In today's episode, we are joined by Mr. and Mrs. Palabrica, the epitome of an awesomely perfect couple and without a doubt, a totally classic match.
Mr. and Mrs. Palabrica have been married to each other for 15 years. They will share with us the true meaning of a perfect relationship, the struggles of a couple, and the simple vow of a lifetime commitment.
Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. Palabrica. Thank you for coming to our show.
Mr. and Mrs. Palabrica, I've heard you've been married for 15 years. That's amazing. Since you've been married for so long, can you tell us your own definition of love? How do you show your love and commitment to the family?
I think love has so many different definitions also. But for me, in my own opinion, love is selfish and unconditional because you're willing to sacrifice everything without asking in any return.
During our long distance relationship, I was still in school and your dad is already working. I was touched by his constant efforts and he always puts me as his first priority.
I agree with Mr. and Mrs. Palabrica that love can be defined in many ways. Sometimes it's unexplainable. Next question. Were there any adversities in your relationship involving your in-laws? If so, how did you cope with it? If not, how were they as your in-laws?
No, not for me. But
None at all.
I believe my in-laws loves me because they always make sure that I am comfortable, and whenever there are important events, they always make time to be with me and my family.
I felt that I'm very lucky person because I feel that all of them they loves me because they knew also that in spite of being a responsible person, caring partner towards their daughter, and I'm very matured also, and they knew that I can take care for the rest of my life.
Wow, you are indeed blessed for having such great in-laws. Now, moving to our next question, were you ever scared of commitment? What advice can you give to people who are scared of it?
Well, it is only natural to be scared of commitment, but the moment that you realize that you found the right person, that you are willing to spend the rest of your life, you will be more willing and happy to take the risk. You cannot actually predict the future, but you can create and plan it together. Right, Dad?
Yes, I agree with you because that's like a gamble. If you love her, you accept who she is, either all her negative and all her positive also. In order to work the relationship, commitment is follows only, but the most important things of all is your commitment that you will love her of the whole package of being her.
Commitment is indeed scary, but with the right person, everything is worth the risk. We all know that all relationships have hardships and challenges. How do you overcome trials in your marriage to keep your family intact?
In our time, there's no Facebook, there's no Zoom, there's no
Video
Viber,
chat.
there's no WhatsApp. It's all about long distance calls. And in spite of our conflict, because I was working the time and she's still studying at UP Visayas at the time, we managed to find time together. At least every day, we talk with the phone to say hi, hello, how are you doing, how's schools, how's my work, etc. For us, I am very lucky that in spite of everything, we find time and we see to it that we communicate each other in order to grow together.
I agree with what you said, Mr. Palabrica. Communication is really significant for a relationship to work.
Thank you for being with us today, Mr. and Mrs. Palabrica. I definitely enjoyed hearing about your beautiful love story. Thank you very much.
Viewers, what do you think? Do you ship it?
I ship it because their answers just prove the need for constant understanding and trust in every relationship.
I believe that the most meaningful part of any relationship is constant communication.
I ship it because when you are committed to someone, no reason will be good enough for you to break that commitment.
I ship it because I believe that love makes impossible things possible.
Love is about going through life's bittersweet moments together.
We are able to live zealously and wittingly.
I realized that risking ourselves to commitment is better than prohibiting ourselves from possibilities in a relationship.
Today's episode was so full of love. #Shippable!
Another ship has sailed today.
That's all for today's episode.